Steve, your family is almost a household name at the Lake of the Ozarks, and it's arguable that you know docks as well as anyone does. You've had to see a lot of damage on docks here from this last winter.
Yeah, it's been probably one of the worst winters ever, really, because most of the docks are more modern, and I've heard like 1973 was the last time this lake's froze like that, and it's tore up a lot of stuff. I'd say there's probably a couple $1 million worth of damage out there, and a lot of it really is I seen was from not having an ice heater, a de-icer, and a lot of people took it for granted you could get away without it, and you could. This is like a once in a 30-year deal, but it could happen next year too, so that's a good preventative thing to definitely do.
It's something that people look at and they worry about the cost. I mean, do they worry about it increasing their electric bill and that type of thing? But nonetheless, when you look at the damage that has been caused by the ice this year, it's certainly a valuable investment now.
Yeah, because a good one costs you probably around $800 time you buy the thermostat and everything. So a lot of people don't want to have the feeling they don't have to have it, they don't want to buy it. But for the ones that had the bad damage, some of them average was $4 to $5 grand, maybe a little more, and the insurance don't cover it. So that's a pretty cheap insurance policy. Costs you $800 for 20 years of use. So it definitely was something people needed to do.
And not to dwell on the negative, but we do want folks, when they come back, to be prepared for what they might find when they come back to the lake this spring. If they haven't gotten back to check their dock out yet, what are some of the things they should look for when they do get back down the lake? Should they be looking at the cables? What signs might there be that something went a little haywire while they were gone?
Yeah, looking like the cable connections, and a lot of them it was crushing them in around where the walkways hook to the dock or the stiff arm. And, if it's all crushed up there around where the dock hooks to the walkway, you'd probably definitely want to check the electrical, because I've seen a few of them where the wires getting ripped up, and, that could be a short issue. So you definitely want to look it over good, because it had more stress than it's had in a long time, from this deal. It was pretty wild.
If someone gets down to the lake and they're not really sure what to look for, they can give you a holler. You'll come out and look at it, I assume?
Yeah, we can send somebody out there to look at it and see what they got anyway. We can do that for them.
Now, to deal on the bright side of things, you guys build some of the most gorgeous docks at the lake, and you have a lot of custom docks to boast about. You got some new ones coming up this spring?
Yeah, this has been a feverish early spring for us. We sold 60 last year and already sold 28 this year, so we're already close to halfway and want to go beyond that anyway. So
in a sense, possibly because we did have such a horrid winter, are people ready to get back to the lake, ready to have a good time, and they want everything ready to go when they get there?
Yeah, it's the phone's really heated up in the last couple weeks, and I look for this weather getting nicer, really going to make things different for everybody for sure.
Well, speaking of the phones heating up, how can people get a hold of you by phone? And you guys are online as well, right?
Yeah, they can reach us at 573-372-5501, or you can email us at ozarkbarge.com.
And probably sooner is better than later, as busy as you are, right?
Yeah, I try to take care of everybody in a sequence of how they come in the door to be fair to everybody. So the quicker you get in, the quicker you get done.